In this video, we're going to go over the portion of a weak acid strong base titration where you reach the end point and how to do those calculations to find the pH. Okay, so what we're going to look at first is what exactly we are putting in our beaker. We have 25 milliliters of 0.1 molar acetic acid, and we have 25 milliliters of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide. So immediately I start to see that this is a slightly different scenario than our previous weak acid strong base video, because we'll have equal molar amounts to put into our rice table. For the reaction, it's the same as last time for this first portion, the stoichiometry one direction portion of the reaction, where we'll have our weak acid plus the hydroxide yielding our salt and water. Now for our initial moles for our acetic acid, I'm going to be taking the 25 milliliters, which I will change into liters for my calculations. So I'll do 0.025 liters times my 0.1 molarity to get my moles to put in my rice table. So I have 0.0025. Now for the hydroxide, I'll do the same thing. 0.025 times 0.1, strangely the same number, 0.0025. Now, because this is a strong base that we've added to this weak acid, we know this is going to react to completion. And what's different about this scenario from last time is that all of the weak acid has been eaten up by the strong base, so all of it becomes my conjugate base. And that's kind of interesting. I need to take these moles and turn them into a concentration to do the second portion of my question. So what I need to do is figure out how much total volume I have. I have 25 milliliters plus 25 milliliters for a total of 50 milliliters. So I will take my 0.0025 moles of that acetate divided by my 0.05 liters, my 50 milliliters of my total volume. And that'll get us 0.05 molarity. Now that I know my situation is actually just starting with 0.05 molarity of my acetate ion, which I will abbreviate as A-, I really just need to think about what is inside my beaker. If I just have the salt of my weak acid floating around with water, it's not going to react with water all the time, but it will do it enough to mess with the pH. We're not going to be ending on pH 7 when you titrate a weak acid. So what I need to do is I need to set up a brand new rice table. And it's really important when you're doing the equivalence point of the titration to set up the rice table and not use Henderson-Hasselbalch to find your pH. Just like really, really important that you recognize that this becomes an old-fashioned weak base problem from our previous chapter, where the weak base will steal a hydrogen from water every once in a while to produce a little bit of hydroxide. Our initial concentration that we just calculated was 0.05. We can add the correct sig figs in later. We don't worry about water. And we will pretend that we start with exactly 0 hydroxides and 0 of the acetic acid because they just reacted to completion in the first chunk of our problem. So now we're going to see that we'll have our minus x plus x plus x scenario that we had in our previous chapter. And we can place all of these values into an equilibrium expression. Now I need to be careful Because I am now doing the reaction from the point of view of a base, I can't use the Ka anymore. I need to be using the Kb. It's also a clue to use Kb if you see hydroxide in your product, and that way you won't make a mistake. So I'll write out my Kb expression for clarity so I don't forget what I'm doing, and then I can plug in my numbers. If you don't have the Kb given to you, I want you to remember that you can always calculate it using the Kw equals Ka times Kb, where the Kw is always assumed to be 10 to the negative 14, unless you're told otherwise. I happen to have the Kb memorized for this particular chemical because we use it so often. So we'll just use the rounded value, 5.6 times 10 to the negative 10 equals x squared over 0.05. And you could write out the minus x, but honestly, it's such a small k value that we can use our 5% rule and just like cross that out. Okay, so let's do some math really quick. And we multiply our 0.05 over, and then we square root the answer of that to end up with an x is equal to, let's say, 5.29 times 10 to the negative 6. And here I am keeping all of my stored values in my calculator. This is a good moment to think to ourselves, what is the x value? What does it mean? And in this case, my x value is the same thing as my hydroxide. So if I do the negative log of my x value, I'm not directly getting pH. I'm getting POH, taking the negative log of the hydroxide concentration. So I'll do that right now. Negative log of the answer in my calculator to get our POH is equal to 5.276. And then very quickly, we can do 14 minus that POH to get our pH answer, which is 8.724 if you round up. And that's how you calculate the pH of a weak acid strong base titration when you are at the equivalence point. Please notice how the pH is not 7. In fact, when you are titrating a weak acid, or if you are titrating a weak base, your pH is generally not 7. It's really important to get that. Good luck with your calculations.